Hey, welcome to you and welcome to your reading. All right, so today's reading is going to be for the LGBTQIA plus community, and I'm very much so looking forward to what we're going to discuss today because Spirit has already had me pull a couple of topics from a deck of, I have index cards here with different topics listed on them, so they've pulled 2 for you already. So I'll share that in a moment. But if you're new here, welcome to you. So glad to have you. I went ahead and set a spiritual quarantine for this reading, which is intended to support with really maintaining the integrity of the message today. And that spiritual quarantine will come down at the very end, which I'll let you know once we get there. All right, but Spirit has given you 2 different topics, kind of subtopics, or they'll set the theme for the reading today. But the first is around body stuff. Yeah, so the first is around body stuff. So it feels like that's actually coming through as like, it's almost like a self-image, or the ways that you are seeing yourself right now and the ways that you're feeling within your body. So we're definitely gonna explore that some more. And we also have capacity. Now this one's really interesting how this one's coming through. It's almost like they're showing me here in my mind's eye, almost like a container that's empty and almost like waiting to be filled. So that's what they're showing in terms of capacity, but it's almost like your own personal capacity to navigate this body stuff. And I'm hearing they're saying it feels like it's running out for you, or it feels like it's difficult. There's some sort of difficulty here. It's almost like trying to figure out how you feel comfortable in your own body can be really difficult. And it feels like there's like a lot of shifting. And so I feel like you've had capacity and you've been holding space almost for this process, but it almost feels like there's something here that's almost taking up more space that Spirit wants to help you with. So you have more almost like breathing room to continue exploring. Okay, so that's what they're saying here. The other thing, they sent through a couple of phrases as well. So they're saying, stay the course. So again, I do feel like that's reflecting back into the capacity. It's almost like feeling like you just want to give up on this, or you're too tired or exhausted because it's so much to navigate. So that's totally valid. But they're also saying here, Spirit saying, don't give up on yourself and you can feel it. So the you can feel it is coming through as like, there's a sense here of, you know what that moment's gonna feel like when it all kind of clicks or connects, where you feel like you're comfortable in this current version of yourself. Yeah, I feel like you've been having flashes of moments where you feel that within your body, okay? And so Spirit wants you to continue like following that thread. They're saying to the finish line is what I'm hearing. They're showing me the 4 of Wands tarot card in my mind's eye. But again, don't give up on yourself. It's like you're still in this thing is what they're saying. Okay, so we're gonna dive a little deeper into this. So I have the tarot cards now. Let's go ahead and get into this a little more. So Spirit, is there anything going well within this energy? Is there anything going well for whoever's watching this? Okay, so they're giving you the Ace of Wands. They are saying here that you do have this is coming through as like a form of energy, almost like fire can be, the element of fire. So it's coming through as like you do actually have the ability to like see this through. But right now they're saying the Ace of Wands in reverse. It feels like, again, something's running on empty here. That's what they're saying. It just feels like you're coming up on, I don't know if it's a couple of dead ends, that definitely feels present here, but it just feels like there's like an exhaustion here as well. Yeah, that's very clear. But overall what's going well is they are saying here, they're showing me the Strength tarot card in my mind's eye. You have the strength and the ability to carry this. Okay, that feels specific to someone. You have the ability to carry this, okay? They're also saying that, again, you have the ability to move through or navigate this part of your experience. Again, of course, this, especially when it comes to queerness, like feeling good within your body is so incredibly important. It can be really difficult to kind of move through, okay? And I'm speaking from my own experience. Yeah, Ace of Swords. I really like this energy for you. I really like this for you. So the Ace of Swords is coming through as like the core of who you are. This card in tarot does speak to the truth. Like it speaks to the truth in terms of capital T truth. So the truth of who you are. So I really like that. I do feel like with this Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords, you actually do have everything you need within your soul, at least, to kind of get to a place where mind, body, soul feels aligned and feels good. Yes, that is all possible here. So I really like that, but it can be really difficult to kind of go through the, it's not linear, okay? Especially if you're like transgender or if you're navigating, doesn't matter where you fall in the LGBTQIA umbrella, but as you're navigating that part of the experience, it can be really hard as you are starting to come into contact with your body on a deeper level, okay? And starting to really like actually kind of like sink into your body, okay? And drop into your body. And so it can sometimes be really overwhelming, especially as you're trying to figure out, what does my body need in order to feel good? What do we need to feel, again, closer to the truth of who I am, okay? So I definitely sense that journey. That's really strong here, okay? But Spirit's very clear. You have it. You have what it takes to do this. Again, they keep saying, don't give up on yourself. Okay, so I feel like that's a message of encouragement for you, especially as you're coming up on this, you're hitting a fatigue wall is what they're saying. You're hitting a fatigue wall. And so this message is intended to give you additional encouragement and kind of another boost of energy, like this Ace of Wands. Okay, but also to kind of show you where you are in this journey. So yeah, Spirit, what's on top here? What do you want to say about that? This card. Okay. They gave you Justice. Hold on, there's a couple more cards they want. Yeah, I really like that. Those cards. And this one. Okay. So they give you 3 other cards. So you have the Justice card. They gave you the 6 of Cups. They gave you the 10 of Wands. Again, don't give up. And they gave you the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so, you know, this feels pretty normal to an experience as you kind of step into your queerness. Like everything you're going through right now, from what I'm seeing and what Spirit's like communicating through these cards and what they're saying, this feels really normal, in fact. So the Justice card, they're connecting this in, this sword the Justice is wearing here, the judge, or, you know, this Justice person is wearing or holding here, is the same sword as the Ace of Swords here. So it's almost like you going through this process is bringing you into, it's not just the truth of yourself, okay? Because that would have like almost oversimplified. It's almost like words in English can't even describe the experience you're going through. And that's actually very real, especially if you're someone who is, let's say, transitioning, or you're trying to find like your new style within your queerness, or just trying to, like, again, in other ways, maybe decenter men or decenter the patriarchy, okay? So it can definitely feel like that. And so that's actually how this Justice is coming through. It's almost like there's some sort of rebalancing happening within your soul, and rebalancing happening on some sort of like soul evolution level for you. The Justice coming in connected with the 6 of Cups, as they're showing it to me right now, it's almost like something that you had maybe felt when you were younger. Let's say when you were a child, they're showing the children on this card here. And almost like maybe you weren't able to express or weren't able to be your full self during that time. So it's almost like something's rebalancing now. It's almost like the person you were before this, or especially in your youth, for those of you who may be going through this a little bit further in your life, okay? Hopefully you are. If you're watching my channel, you're over 18. So, but yeah, it's almost like there's a, I want to say almost like a rectification process here. It's almost like something's just, it's rebalancing. You're finally coming into the truth of who you are, and it feels like you're shedding layers in some ways. Now, they're showing this 10 of Wands up, both upright and reverse, because they're saying with the 10 of Wands in reverse, it's coming through as like a shedding process. It's almost like you're putting down certain things. Like you see this person holding this. It's like you're putting some of these things down as you go through this journey. So whether that is things like needing to cater your appearance to the male gaze, or needing to, for some of you, feel like you need to dress a certain way or look a certain way in the workplace. For others of you, this could be completely on the gender spectrum. Like maybe you are falling fully outside the gender spectrum and realizing you are agender now, right? Like that's an example that's coming through here. And so it just, or somewhere else in your transition process, okay? But it feels like you're kind of setting things down at this point. It's like shedding layers of who you are. Now, I definitely want to, again, there's another message coming through here from Spirit, but also I'm speaking from experience too, okay? It can be really exhausting. So it's important that you are, especially as you're navigating this, you're taking moments for rest, taking moments for breaks when you can. This can be a very like all-consuming process, okay? And so it's important that you're also refueling your body when you can. It's almost like, again, that refueling gives you additional capacity to continue on this journey to find what feels good for you, okay? Now, you know, as you start to come to that you can feel it moment that Spirit was talking about earlier, that place where you'll feel like things fit, know that it's okay if that point also changes in the future too. We were never meant to be static, okay? We were never meant to be static. That is a myth of the patriarchy, okay? It is an illusion. And so what Spirit wants you to know is that yes, you will come to a point where you feel good and feel settled within your current version of yourself. They're really talking about like versioning and iteration, okay? But like the current version of yourself. And so that's where you're moving towards right now, is like, what is this next version of yourself as you're moving through this process of awakening? Because anytime you're stepping into your queerness is a process of awakening. Okay, so that's part of it. Again, they are saying here, don't give up, but the 10 of Wands also speaks to perseverance. So I really see that you've been on this journey and on this path. So a lot of this today is to confirm kind of what is happening for you, especially with this Justice card on a soul level, how your soul is guiding you intuitively through your body, because the intuition lives in the body, okay? That's how it manifests and it's channeled, okay? And so that's what I see happening for you here. Now, this 5 of Pentacles is coming out as, there are some levels. They're showing me the 5 of Pentacles here, as well as the 5 of Cups in my mind's eye. There is some layers of grief. So part of what a process is as you move further into your queerness or into that awakening, for some of you, this could be, again, awakening as new into your queerness, or for others of you, moving to a different angle of it or moving deeper into it, okay? No matter where you are in that spectrum of your journey or how far you are in the journey, okay? There can be a feeling of isolation. There can be a feeling of grief as you shed, again, the social constructs, as well as potentially other people who are not aligned with who you are becoming. So Spirit wants you to know there is a particular frequency that you are looking to align with within your queerness. That is where you are headed and where you are heading. Some people, places, or things will not be able to follow you to this new elevated state of self, to and within your ascension. So, Spirit wants you to continue to rest up and charge up, because there are going to be moments where it feels incredibly lonely. But know that you are not alone on this journey. There are a lot of us who are going through either awakening into our queerness as new or moving deeper into it. You are not alone. Notice on this card, there are two people. Even if they're outside in the cold, they are there together. In terms of this card, Spirit is showing the kind of snow out here and all of the cold as like the result of the patriarchy, okay, and the systems of oppression and homophobia or transphobia, or again, any sort of like fears around the LGBTQIA community. And so it's important that you are leaning on community, finding, they're saying, outlets for any of the grief that you have, whether that looks like coming into community spaces, queer community spaces that can hold you in that. For some of you, that may mean connecting with others who are also queer or part of the community and can relate with you in that energy and what it feels like to navigate this moment. Even as you're on a path within your own individuality to bloom deeper into your own truth and self, okay, does not mean you have to walk that path alone. There are always people with you that are here to help you, to guide you, to support you, to celebrate you, and to lift you up in who you are becoming. So it is okay if there are others who cannot follow you on this journey. There will be others that come in to fill the gaps. Okay, let's keep going. You're just not alone at all. All right, what else do you have to say here, Spirit, about this capacity? Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's something coming in here around karma. In a second. All right, I got one more card for you. Hold on. Yeah, I see that. This one? Yes, that's right. Okay, so they're sending through the numbers, the angel number sequence 555 for you. 555, okay? And you are in a moment of deep transformation and change. You are guided. They're also sending through the sequence 111 to you as well, okay? As in helping you to find your new direction. Okay, so they also gave you the Justice card again, so we've now pulled that twice. This Justice card is speaking to, they're showing it in reverse. This is speaking to the injustices that you will be or are experiencing as you step deeper into your queerness and some of the resistance that you've been feeling, okay? They're talking about karma here as in, do not worry, karma is not actually a bad thing. It speaks to the design of things, that everything is in fact in the universe balanced, okay? Just like the Justice card says. So even though you are feeling it maybe disproportionately for some of you or some of us, okay? Spirit is saying not to worry, that it actually does balance out on a few different dimensions, because you will feel yourself in a way that others never will. You will feel your soul within your body and embodied your soul in a way that others never will, okay? So it is something they want you to know, speaking with this Hierophant, this is part of the divine will. This is part of the design itself, and that you, in fact, have done nothing wrong. Okay, and they're sending through, yeah, I hear you. They're sending through, they threw that card, the angel number 444 for you now. I'm really loving those numbers for you, but they want to send you in the support. Okay, now this Six of Swords is coming through. The Six of Swords is speaking to moving away from things. It also speaks to coming into calmer waters. So a couple of things. This is confirming that there are certain things that will just shed through this process. This is a process of actually shedding. You are actively shedding the oppression. You're actively shedding oppression. You're actively shedding your own internalized oppression that you took on from outside of you, okay? They're saying the Five of Swords as well. The Five of Swords, I like to read as a card that's connected in with inner parts of self, like parts of self. I also can read this card, it's my ancestor card as well, or a card of lineage. So it's actually both. So you are actually navigating multiple levels of self. You are navigating not only what you kind of came in with and were born with, maybe that looks like internalized, like homophobia or transphobia or things like that, that came in through your family line. So that's definitely part of it, what you were taught through your family or what has happened through your caregivers, which it could be your family of origin or those who were taking care of you, or both, okay? It's also coming in again from society. So Spirit is really confirming here with this card, you are shedding layers, but this card is important because it speaks to moving from turbulence. Here you see all these clouds into the sun. So it's moving from kind of this turbulence. It could be chaos, it could be negativity, it could be criticism, it could be all of those things, okay? And moving into what feels good for you. So I really see that, and there is an energy here that things will calm down also within this process you're moving through as you start to locate whatever that sort of end point is, okay? And remember, there is actually technically no end point, right? Within life, we're always changing, but there is a point on the journey of your life. It's almost like a milestone is how I describe it. You are approaching or will come to a point or to that milestone, and it will feel really good for you. In fact, it will feel really stable is what they're saying. Yeah, they're showing the Justice card again. It will feel balanced. It will feel stable. So this part of this message part of what Spirit is trying to tell you today is that it will absolutely be okay, all right? But just wants you to see exactly what you're working with and why it can be so exhausting and why you may feel tired or feel like it's a lot of work, because it is, okay? Yeah, but I just see you coming out of this really like shiny. There's like a shininess to this Ace of Swords. It's like shiny, it's like, even with the crown on top here, you're just like in your own personal essence. You're in your own personal power. You're in your own place of knowing of self, okay? In a way that is very, very rare, okay? Okay, so I really like this energy for you. Do you want this done? Really loving this energy for you. Ready? All right. So any final messages here? Yeah, it all balances. It will balance. Yeah, there we go. I like this. So they give you the B. And on here it says community, cooperation, sweetness. Now I really like this B energy because again, it is kind of dropping you into the element and the collective energy of community, of the LGBTQIA community. It is showing you that you are connected, just like the bee is connected to the rest of the colony and to the beehive, okay? So it is important that you know that you are an important piece of this puzzle. Yeah, that you're stepping into your own authenticity, into your own truth itself makes this world a brighter and more beautiful place. There is nothing wrong with you and you've done nothing wrong. You are on the path to freedom. You are on the path to liberation. You are on the path to the truth of things. So it is actually a journey that's filled with sweetness. And they want you to find those sweet pockets, kind of like the honey in the beehive. Yes. Don't be afraid to reach out to others in your community when you need support. There are a lot of us, in fact. All right, final messages, Spirit. Anything else? final message before we... This one. Page of Swords. Okay, yeah, I see it. All right, so they gave you 2 final cards here before we move to our Oracle card. They gave you the Page of Swords. So this is a bit of a caution not to over guard yourself or over to be overly defensive of yourself and feeling like you need to defend yourself from where you are going or how you're moving through this experience. Like, Spirit wants you to know that it's okay if you don't have words to describe this. Again, we opened up this reading with that same energy, and actually it's been kind of the energy throughout this. It's been a little bit difficult for me to talk through some of it because there actually aren't good words to describe how it feels to move through this, okay? It is a deeply personal process, and there is a pull and a call from your soul to go deeper within that really doesn't have words to describe. It may be that people outside of you can't understand or won't understand, and that's okay. But for you to know that you have a path nonetheless that you are walking, and your soul actually knows exactly how to do this. Lean on your intuition right now. Okay. And they gave you the 4 of Cups. This is coming in 4 of Cups as well as the 5 of Cups energy that I was seeing earlier. But Spirit wants you to also make space and room for grief, okay? There's going to be a lot of it in this journey. That's very, very normal, super normal, actually really, really healthy, okay? So don't forget that there will need to be moments for space, again, pockets for grief as well as for sweetness. Okay, do not bottle up your grief. If there's one big suggestion that I personally can give, do not bottle up your grief, okay? And Spirit just wants you to know that you are supported. But our expression of grief is what allows us to heal, and especially as you're moving through the kind of micro shifts and changes as you go throughout this process. Grief is natural. It is really important. Okay, so we have approached towards the end of this reading. I hope this has been helpful for you. We're gonna go ahead and pull up the final Oracle card here, and then I'm going to read from the guidebook and then channel any final messages for you. Ready? All right, final Oracle card here. Is it? Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay. So I'm getting a message in for you right now that this is a reminder. It came in on my phone there. So this is a reminder. The gateway. It says open doors, opportunities, right timing. Yes, you are right where you need to be. Spirit wants to remind you that there is a milestone, there is a place that will feel good, that will feel like you've reached a some sort of like equilibrium, especially with all the shifts you may be experiencing right now, okay? It will settle eventually, okay? But right now you are in the process of still opening doors, of trying different doors, of seeing what fits, what works, how your body feels with different things, different changes, potentially. And so just be gentle with that process. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and read this. Okay. Ancient temples and ruins whisper secrets through the ages. Grand doorways serve as gates to times that once were. In the middle of nowhere, still they stand tall, guiding adventurers to dream into the great mystery of times forgotten, and how they too may come again. The Gateway card is a guiding light for exciting new possibilities and opportunities that are rising within you and beckoning you forth. The ancients laid stones with such precision that they aligned with the cosmos above. And this card is like that for you. A moment in time where everything's in alignment. Things are syncing, doors are swinging open for you. Don't worry about the details or overpacking. The portal's opening and life's on your side. This card usually appears with a message of positive new beginnings and right timing. Opportunities are being handed to you on a platter, and you're being invited to choose a new timeline for your expansion. Your gateway may come through a challenge you're facing. It could be a hard-earned dream coming to fruition, or it may simply be a key to your destiny appearing on your path. Saying yes to your gateway is saying yes to a higher desired outcome. Saying yes to the gateway is saying yes to your destiny. Saying yes to the gateway is saying yes to your expansion. It's just so wonderful to receive this card in a spread for the message that there's a rare gateway opening just for you. And the soul inquiry is, what new direction are you being called to take? What new opportunity are you being called to embrace? I love this for you. Yeah, this is a rare gateway. Not many people will get to experience their own truth. You will. I'm so happy for you. All right, well, we have approached the end of this reading. I hope this has been helpful for you. If it has, if you just want to give this video a like, or you can even drop a comment, that just helps me to know if this found you where it needed to today. I am also doing personal readings right now, so if you would like your own specific and individualized healing transmission for your LGBTQIA experience, it's really easy to book a reading with me, so I have that in the description box below. You can just check it out on my website. I am also an LGBTQIA coach, so if you would like support moving through this experience, I have some openings right now. I have some opportunities available if you'd like someone to support and hold you as you kind of move through this and actually help provide that holding container for you as you navigate your own identity and aspects of your identity as well. Still feeling this reading. So I'd love to see you and get to hold you in that, or any difficulties or challenges you're navigating, whether it's medical procedures or anything else. Maybe it's with your own family or friends, or any difficulties or challenges you're experiencing as you're going through this kind of shedding process. I'd love to help you with that. Again, really easy to book with me, so feel free to check that out on my website, but I'd love to meet with you and connect and get to hold you in this way and help support your experience. I also do have a Patreon subscription, so if you'd like individualized, or it's closer to individualized messages for a smaller community, a smaller group of people on this channel, feel free to check that out. I post once a week. They are healing messages, and they talk about the healing you're going through week over week, which is directly relevant to the LGBTQI experience, since it is healing itself. Okay, so I have that below. I also have some other somatic therapy offerings, as I'm also a somatic therapist, and I bring that to all of my work. So if you want to check that out, that's also in the description box below. All right, well, it's been an absolute pleasure to get to connect with you today, and I hope to see you as well, and I hope to see your name come through my inbox. But the spiritual quarantine is going to come down now. I'm wishing you so much luck and so much rest and so much gentleness and joy as you move through this experience of finding self. All right, I'll see you at our next reading. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.